Have you noticed your cat walking up to its food bowl, looking at the food, maybe even sniffing it, and then walking away? At first, it doesn't seem like a big deal. Maybe they're just being picky. But what if they aren't? Sometimes refusing to eat is your cat's only way of telling you that something is wrong. The scary part is that cats are incredibly good at hiding pain and illness. By the time they stop eating, your cat may already be trying to tell you something. But don't panic. In this video, I'll show you the 7 most common reasons why cats stop eating, how to tell the difference between something harmless and something serious, and most importantly, when you should call your veterinarian. Because sometimes, knowing the reason could make all the difference. Reason number 1, stress. The most common reason isn't always illness. Sometimes it's stress. And the surprising part is, it doesn't take much. Cats love routine. Even small changes can make them stop eating. A new home, a new pet, a visitor, loud noises, or even moving their food bowl can make a cat feel anxious. And when cats feel stressed, one of the first things they often stop doing is eating. The good news is that once your cat starts feeling safe again, their appetite usually comes back. Give them a quiet place to eat, keep their feeding routine as consistent as possible, and avoid sudden changes whenever you can. But if your cat still refuses to eat, there could be another reason. Reason number 2, they don't like the food. But here's something that surprises a lot of cat owners. Your cat might not be refusing to eat. It might simply not like what's in the bowl. Cats can be surprisingly picky. A new brand, a different flavor, food that's gone stale, or even wet food that's too cold can make them lose interest. That's because cats rely heavily on their sense of smell. If the food doesn't smell appealing, they may ignore it completely. Before assuming something is seriously wrong, start by checking the food. Make sure it's fresh, introduce new foods gradually, and if you're serving wet food, let it warm to room temperature before feeding. Sometimes a simple change is all it takes to get your cat eating again. But if your cat refuses even its favorite food, there may be another reason. Reason number 3, dental pain. But what if the problem isn't the food at all? It's your cat's mouth. This is something many cat owners never think about, but dental pain is one of the most common reasons cats suddenly stop eating. Imagine trying to eat with a painful toothache. You probably avoid food too. That's exactly what many cats do. Problems like a broken tooth, inflamed gums, or dental disease can make every bite painful. Some cats will walk up to their food, sniff it, try to take a bite, and then walk away. Not because they're being picky, but because it hurts. If you notice bad breath, drooling, pawing at the mouth, or difficulty chewing, don't ignore those signs. A visit to your veterinarian can help find the cause before the problem gets worse. Reason number 4, hairballs or an upset stomach. But what if your cat wants to eat but simply doesn't feel well enough to? Sometimes the problem isn't the food, and it isn't the mouth, it's the stomach. Cats groom themselves every day, swallowing loose fur as they clean their coat. Most of the time, that fur passes through without causing any problem. But sometimes, too much hair can build up inside the stomach, leaving your cat feeling uncomfortable or even nauseous. An upset stomach, eating something they shouldn't, or a hairball can all make a cat lose its appetite. If your cat refuses food, starts vomiting, or seems unusually tired, don't ignore those signs. If the loss of appetite continues, or your cat seems unwell, it's time to contact your veterinarian. Reason number 5, an underlying illness. But sometimes the reason has nothing to do with the food or your cat's stomach. It could be an underlying illness. Cats are incredibly good at hiding when they're sick. In fact, loss of appetite is often one of the very first signs that something isn't right. It could be a fever, an infection, kidney disease, or another medical condition that's making your cat feel too unwell to eat. That's why you should never assume your cat is just being picky. If your cat stops eating and also seems weak, less active, or is hiding more than usual, don't wait. Contact your veterinarian as soon as possible, because the sooner the cause is found, the better the chance your cat has of making a full recovery. Reason number 6, dehydration. But here's another reason that many owners never consider. Your cat may not just be avoiding food, it could be dehydrated. Cats naturally don't drink a lot of water, especially if they mostly eat dry food. And when a cat becomes dehydrated, it may feel weak, tired, and lose its appetite. One simple way to encourage eating is to make sure your cat always has access to fresh, clean water. Some cats even drink more from a pet water fountain than a regular bowl. But if your cat refuses both food and water, don't wait. Contact your veterinarian right away. Reason number 7, when to call the veterinarian. And finally, here's the one reason you should never ignore. Sometimes, a loss of appetite isn't just temporary. It can be a sign that your cat needs medical attention. If your cat hasn't eaten for more than 24 hours, or if a young kitten suddenly stops eating for several hours, don't wait to contact your veterinarian. And if your cat is also vomiting, struggling to breathe, extremely weak, or refusing both food and water, those are warning signs that need immediate attention. The sooner your cat gets the right care, the better the chance of a full recovery. Trust your instinct. If something doesn't feel right, it's always better to have your cat examined than to wait and hope the problem goes away. So the next time your cat refuses to eat, don't assume it's just being picky. Pay attention to the little signs, because sometimes A small change in appetite is your cat's first way of telling you that something isn't right. The sooner you understand the reason, the sooner you can help your cat feel better again. Remember, a healthy cat doesn't usually stop eating without a reason. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.